In the 80s and 90s, we caught up with all kinds of characters, including Tom Proctor, the St. Catherine's carpet salesman, going for a world record on roller skates.
A few times I've been called a little on the weird side.
Kelly Grogan was so good at driving trucks, she became a truck driving instructor at age 20. Speaking of odd jobs, Johnny Main was a much-loved Niagara Falls entertainer who spent a lot of time with dummies. Here's a guy that was no dummy, Ted Campus, who owned Tonowanda's Fast Teddies. They advertised cold coffee and lousy food, but they were always packed. Polly Gabriel, a candy dipper at Oliver's in Batavia, took a dip into the world of showbiz when she won a walk-on TV's Baywatch. Dr. Tim Augustine took the pain out of dentistry by dressing up as a clown.
Oh, the kids love it.
We brought you stories about Buffalo's Rambo, Buffalo's Pee Wee Herman, and Buffalo's burger-eating machine, the Butcher. As we rolled into the new century, we caught up with incredible artists like Buffalo's nationally known Philip Burke and George Palmer, whose portraits can be seen at Shea's. He's still at the easel in his 90s.
I just can't see myself doing anything else.
We found out that age is really no object for Father Brady, who still celebrates Mass every day at age 99. Or Kaylina Marie Eisenhower, who opened her own bakery in Orchard Park at the age of 19.
Cinnamon rolls are definitely the best seller.
How about those amazing sisters Raquel and Soraya, who decided to make a difference by making and selling pink pins, donating the proceeds to the American Cancer Society.
Yeah, but you can pick anyone, like this one.
You met Eden's own Santa, Scott Seraphin, and Adam Krutinger, a talented artist who decided to give Shark Girl a run for her money. Wave to Jimmy Inman next time you go through Kenmore. He's an old school street sweeper.
Gets me out of bed in the morning, Mike.
And a man who really loves music, John Radis. He can teach almost anyone to play the ukulele.
Ding dong ding.
You've seen the Bookmobile. We met Nicole Brown, who drives it. Says some people mistake it for a food truck.
And it kind of is in a way because it's food for your mind instead of food for your body.
Speaking of food, we loved our visit with Linda Klein, who grows veggies in the parking lot behind her Hamburg restaurant, Savories. We visited the place the stars eat when they go to Wellsville. That would be Texas hot. Well, if it's good enough for Donny Osmond, it's good enough for me. And probably one of the coolest restaurateurs in town is Freddie J., who's a whiz behind the grill and sings while he works.
Along with me.
We made dough with Chet Ferry, who's known far and wide as the bread man. We met Angel Swan, who has the perfect name for someone who owns a Wild Birds Unlimited.
Yes, it was meant to be.
Stopped by Frank Clement's house in Orchard Park to see his brick collection. And when it comes to collecting, you have to go some to beat the lock collection that Ron Chase has put together at Buffalo Key and Lock.
I may have a little over 60,000 pieces.
It may sound fishy, but Dave Watts never thought he'd be running Dave's Bait and Tackle for more than 4 decades.
I love it.
Greg Van Horn started making things out of rocks as a hobby, but now his functional artworks are in high demand. Cece Folman is the one person who knows everything about City Hall. She's the information specialist.
And that's on the 7th floor, room 720.
Father Rajard raises bees and produces, what else? Holy honey. And Herb and June Cook of Gowanda took me for a spin in their homemade, one-of-a-kind wagon.
We have more fun with this thing than a barrel of monkeys.
And as we look forward to the next 60 years, you can bet that Channel 7 will continue to bring you the stories of the people and places that make Western New York a great place to live.